Hello viewers, thanks all for watching this wonderful video. Today we have Ramya with us who cleared PMP very recently. She's from April batch and she's the first person in that batch to clear the exam. So heavy demand within a month of time, how you cleared the exam. So a lot of questions, how you read, how you prepared. So all are coming on the way. So first thing to all the viewers, thanks for watching this kind of success story. I'm sure you are watching a lot more because the success stories gives you energy, right? We call in the class called dopamine. So we give that dopamine to the through this success stories. So keep watching and also keep preparing on the tips what these successful people are talking here. It's very specific to them. Of course, you cannot Xerox copy it. It won't work. You should take a couple of points here and there, like reading timeline or like any way of looking the books, which book to read. So those things definitely can help you, right? So with this, we'll get into Ramya to talk about her. And first of all, congratulations for her wonderful success.
Thank you, Sriram. Thanks for that.
Right. And this is from a ShriLearning team because every time somebody gets succeeded, we have a WhatsApp team and it will follow first. Hey, Ramya cleared. So they'll all tell, hey, oh, yeah, person cleared. So every time a person clears, the team cherish there because even though we have a lot of success stories, everyone is very important for us. We call as a key stakeholders, right? That's what we learned in PMP, manage closely. So that's what we do. Okay, great. So what I do is I'll first show her certificate. We'll see her certificate, which is a beautiful one. Then we'll learn about what is her background, and then we'll go for the exam related. Right. With this, here is her certificate. I think her LinkedIn is pretty busy now. Is it so, Ramya?
Yes, it is.
I can see likes and comments are running within 20 hours of posting. Huh? Within 20 hours of posting, I know there are a lot of certificates, but this is one certificate. Once you clear, within few minutes, you'll start seeing post like and wishes keep coming up.
Yes.
So great. June 5th, she did it. Fantastic. Great job. I appreciate that. Right. Let's get to Ramya now. So Ramya, I'm sure you'll be very excited when you saw the certificate, the orange color.
Yes.
Just want to understand. There is something saying in Stephen Covey book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And begin with the end in mind. Okay. Something like, you know what you're going to achieve and you start moving towards it. Did you have something like that when you started?
Yes, Sriram. So what I thought is the first day of your session, you just made our mind very much clear that you should have a date, written on the paper and stick to your cardboard or somewhere where you can just view it. So that actually helps us very much because being human beings, we can't study for so long. There's a time where your mind and yourself will slightly deviate from and start thinking, especially towards your phone, or if you're following any series, there's a usual tendency you just go out of the way. That's when when you just lift your head, you see the slip standing there, you have to finish PMP by this date. That will really help you out. You'll again bring back your mind to the track. So that's the first step I did it as part of my starting my PMP. And the second thing is the study plan that is being shared by the Sriram Learning Center. It really helps. You should just get it done the way it is planned. So it's not like you have to push it. If it is written, you have to finish it on this day. Make sure you do it. That's how you achieve. You will get a kind of confidence as you cover one chapter the other.
Right.
And the other formula that really helped me out is writing the notes after studying, because we can study the book only once. It's such a huge book. I followed Rita. It's such a huge 550 pages book, which we can't study every now and then. So what I did is every chapter which I went through, I have, Sriram was telling me graphical representation will really help to remember things. So I was trying to, put it in a graphical presentation, everything I studied. For suppose a change management, how it starts. It gets first to the project manager. Project manager, what he says, first duty is he has to update the change log. And then if you scroll down, then he will give it to the CCB change control board, whether they are fine with it or not. So one graphical presentation of each step that you do, that's the way it really helps. Because other way of saying is movies impacts you a lot, because the picture that you see, that you will remember a lot. So I have implemented the same thing while studying, everything in graphical presentation, any steps. After reading the complete chapter, I used to make sure what is the important steps.
Nice.
So before exam, I just used to see those flow charts. Okay, when the question is on, where it stands in the flow chart, where exactly it stands. That way, it really helps you, to get it the right verbiage in the question.
Nice. So you have this habit from school and college days?
No. You told the day one that you have pictorial representation helps. I followed that.
Wow, that's nice, right? Good.
Yeah.
Good. I'd say, you know what? School days are different. Okay, we
Yes.
were reading without knowing what it is.
Yeah.
But after coming certain age and certain thing in life, again you have to read back. Again, we cannot follow the same school format.
Right. And
It's something.
we use habit of identifying the main words in while studying also. When a question comes, you know what points to write. Just the subheadings of it. If you remember, you can write pages to pages together. That's not the case with PMP. It's not a concept. Proper concept should stick into your mind.
Right. Understand. Good. Pretty interesting. Nice to know that you have certain steps. Definitely viewers can take these interesting points from her. Little about your background. What is your role? What do you play?
So I'm a project manager in Wipro Technologies. I take care of infra projects, and especially I work on the big data Hadoop servers. So that's my role currently in project management. Earlier, I was into robotics. I just moved recently to Wipro a year back. So when I started my career as a business analyst, I thought, PMP is really added weightage because I thought this is the right stream where I have to move. To be more precise, I am from the commerce background. I'm nowhere related to project management. I was into operations. I used to act as an SME for all the projects that used to come to operations. So my project manager has identified me that I do have some project management and analytical skills, which actually helps me out to be a business analyst. So IJP has been rolled out in the organization and I was through. That's when I thought this is the right field for me to move on. Within 3 years, I got promoted as a project manager. Then I thought, because since I have interest in this and since I'm proving myself, I think PMP is really added weightage to my career. Then I decided I did some research in the market, which is the best institute who can actually help me out in clearing the PMP. Then I found Shri, and that's when my journey has started.
Nice. No wonder within a month you cleared PMP. So
Yeah.
it is there inbuilt in your body and blood. It's
passion, as you say, it's passion.
That 4-letter word. Huh?
Yeah, love. Love towards work and love towards your career.
Great to know. Super. Nice to know your background and your manager. I know the post the exam, next day you have some production deployments and
yes.
You were saying, man, I'm busy. That's some things that like I understand the nature of job. So now little on that. I know you are a family person and you have a job. Now let's go to the crucial area. Everybody happy to hear the story. But when it comes to implementation, I'm packed up. I don't have time. All this problem happening. I'm sure you have a family around you.
Yeah. You can see 2 pictures of my sons.
I can see the Hulk there. So everything is happening there. So now how do you balance it?
So I chose this April month cycle because it's a school vacation for both my kids. So for me, no need to pay attention during those days with regards to my career, kids' education. So I choose this time. Second thing is COVID has helped me out because I was doing work from home. So I used to travel a lot. It used to eat away my 1 hour of time during journey. So that really helped me. That 1 hour up and 1 hour down has helped me out in focusing on studying. What the biggest thing is, whenever I said my husband that I want to go for PMP, I just asked him, I need 1 month complete time because this is my schedule. He was with me. He was in align with me. Even my kids, they are beautiful. They were saying, my mom is studying. Please don't disturb her when someone used to visit my place.
Wow.
And on the day of 1 day before the exam, I just left my kids in my mom's place so that, how the virtual things PMP happens. No, not a single sound. Someone rang the bell. I just got a warning note from the invigilator that we are hearing some noise from your end. If it is for the second time, your exam would be revoked. I was like,
somebody ringing the bell.
Yes, it happened.
God's sake, if you don't like a neighbor who is writing exam, we can go and ring the bell a couple of times. It's so bad, man. Ringing the bell, what do you do?
It
How do
was
you
pretty
control?
loud, I think. It was pretty loud is what I assume, because it's very adjacent to the wall where my workstation is. So it was pretty loud. But I was at 165th question. So I was making sure, let me finish off this 15 questions, though the exam would not get revoked. So it's like all in the planning. As said, you should get your mind, set ready for the exam. So what are the pros and cons? Planning, proper planning, not only how you prepare for the exam, extra factors like your family, work balance, and everything. It depends. You should take proper time. When you have a busy schedule at office, you don't go for the PMP study, I clearly say, because it's eat away half of your energy. And this cycle, this is the first deployment happened after 1.5 months, so I got enough time to
Nice.
study for the exam. I was not exhausted. I was just occupied, but I was not exhausted.
Okay.
So
So you have to consider all the stakeholders, enterprise
yes.
environmental factors.
Yes.
You worked out everything. Portfolio management.
Everything. Yes, everything. Groundwork.
I understand. Nice. So, all right. So, I know your strategy got super hit in April batch. They started calling a Ramya pattern. Okay. So, what is your study hours? What do you want to give to the team?
Study hours, it depends upon the work timings that you work for. I work morning 9 to 6, so I'm actually not an early bird, but I made myself available morning 5 to 8. I studied 6 hours a day because I was going with an aggressive timelines. I want to finish it by before my son's schools begin, because this is the time where I can give time for myself. So morning 5 to 8 and again 9 to 12. And Shriram, you told 6 hours of sleep is enough. I made it to 5 hours. So it's fine.
Now you can sleep happily, isn't it? You have more.
Yeah, it's like, something got out of my head now. I'm chilling like, okay, now I'm sleeping at 10 o'clock and getting up 8 in the morning.
I used to think in college days, I used to sleep at least 8 to 9 hours, then only feel healthy. But okay, when you have a goal and target, a little bit shrinking and again expand it. It's not long term, 1 month, 1.5 months planning.
Yeah, and you will not even feel sleepy, when you have something sitting in your mind.
Yeah.
And my husband used to tell me, you are reading questions in your sleep. Do you know that? I was like, okay, fine. I think I took it too much, but it needs to be taken when you want to achieve really aggressive.
For him, right? In the middle of the night, he realized you were talking about the question.
Yeah, he was like, what resource management you're talking about? I was like, okay, maybe that's the chapter I read in the morning.
You could have asked him, did you give any choices in the sleep? Nice. Good to know. Yeah. Good to know. Interesting. So ours is good. Your reading model is good. And your role also supports you as a manager. You can think in the direction. Very good. Great. So our last 1 week, it's a very crucial week. How was it last 1 week of preparation?
So before 1 week, I made sure that I have studied entire book. I have studied the ShriRam, whatever you shared, the PPTs, all communication boards, I cleared all. 1 week exclusively only writing mock exams. And I wrote 2 mock exams per day, 4 for 8 hours. And other 4, I used to identify, what are the areas that went wrong. So I studied. It's a 12-hour study plan. I used to just feel like I was still going to office. I make sure everything gets done 9 in the morning, 9 to 6, again evening 9 to 12, again in night 9 to 12. I used to study like that. So what I can say is mock exams will give you a kind of confidence with the language situation, analyzing the situation, because most of the answers you feel they are very much similar. When you knock off the 2 answers, when you are remain with the remaining 2, you feel both are similar. But there is one keyword which actually triggers you. That keyword identification will be helpful while you write the mock exams. Write as many as you can is what I suggest. I have read from ShriRam. I almost took every exam in ShriRam. I wrote 3 or 4 times the communication full exam. And I wrote Udemy. I wrote study hall. And study hall, you will have a lot, I can say. You have flashcards, you have game center, you have everything in it.
Right.
But for us to identify whether we are going in right path or not, 75% is the minimum percentage. If we get that, boost our confidence.
Perfect. I think in ShriLearning, you took 3 full exams, right? That
3 full exams. Yes.
All were topping at 70, 75.
70, 75, 190.
Oh, wow. That's a peak. Okay. Great.
Yeah.
But you didn't touch Prepcast. You didn't go there.
No, I didn't touch Prepcast.
Okay.
I just went to with these 3.
Fine. I'm recommending some people. Prepcast is good. At the same time, nowadays you can take 3 or 4 with ShriLearning. Couple of them more with a study hall. That's really good.
That's really good. You'll actually understand the PMI language.
Right. Learn what is exam with ShriLearning. Couple of exams.
Yes.
And, learn the language of PMI. You are done. You're ready.
Yeah, you're ready.
Perfect. Okay, now the day before the exam, what was your mindset? What are your final preparation?
I didn't write any exam on the day. I just wrote only one exam because I want to just see the second. I missed the second exam of study hall. So I wrote early morning, 5 o'clock. I started. I finished off by. I was quick in writing. I used to cover it in 2.5 hours. That is also a worrying factor for me because I was very fast. I don't know whether I'm writing it or not. So I finished off. But after that, I didn't write any exam because if something goes wrong, my confidence level will come down. So I was revising the notes that I prepared and that and the communication board, what PPTs Shriram has shared, just to understand the language. And second half, I was not touching anything. I just left my mind open, relax. I was listening to music. That's all. No PMP word into my mind so that I don't get panic on the day. Of course, it will be running behind the mind, but I'm making sure that, you know, I'm not getting into anything. If you wrote the exam and if you, by any chance, if you get a less score, all your confidence will go to 0. So I was making sure I'm not writing. Only the second exam I wrote, I scored 79%. I think I shared with you that day. That's all. I was just revising. I'm just flipping the pages and see. I was so damn sure which page will have which flowchart. So I know it. Okay, this is resources done, then procurement, then this, everything. I was just revising. I literally wrote 5 books. My running notes, I wrote 5 books.
Wow. Did your son got surprised? Mom, what's this? This is how you have to read? I never know that.
Yes, he was like, I think after my clearing the exam, he said, Mama, success is not so easy. Looking at you, you struggle like anything. I have seen you always stick to the book. Like, yeah, this is much harder exam. So he said, I think I should also study like this, Mama. Yeah, you have to.
You set an example, right? I keep telling in the classes that kids are just our mirror. So what you do, see,
and you should also remember one thing. If you fail in this exam, the impression that you will have with your kid will be gone.
No, on the society itself, right? If they see somebody work this much hard, still they lose, they feel mad, then what's the purpose of working hard?
I can't say my son next time, you know, you should really work hard to achieve something. Because he's seeing literally 1 month, mommy is like, stick to the computer. She was like, you're not even talking to me. This 1 month beta, this 1 month beta. I used to say like this, okay, do you want to play with me? No, you go and play with dada. And we made sure, you know, my husband, he was like, he was not taking too much of projects on his hand. It was a cool time for him also so that he can handle kids because it's all closed everywhere. We have to, the only persons engage kids.
Right.
So he was like, very cool. Oh, okay. It's daddy's time. You have to go, daddy. You were bothering me till now. Right? Go and bother daddy. So I was pushing kids over him.
Efficient delegation happened.
Yeah, it's a teamwork, I can say, from the complete family. Even my mom, my mother-in-law, they used to cook food for me and give it during the weekends because when I was in the classes, it's evening 6 to 10. And it used to be ready on my table next to me. The moment you say 15 minutes break, we used to have food. Did
you follow all the online classes? You were part of it?
Yes.
Nice.
Not missed. Nice. And I made a running notes from your text also.
Videos. Okay. Yes. Fantastic. Really like that. Look at the way the whole team worked. I believe you should give them or do some party for them.
I did.
Pandemic.
I did. Yeah, okay. I did. I ordered food from outside and my son is like, when he was at my mom's place, he asked me, did you pass PMP? What do you think? Mama, your voice says that you cleared. Oh, fine. Yeah, I cleared.
He can sense your confidence level in the
Yeah,
voice.
he can sense. Even my team, my reporters and BS were like, Ramya, there's some extra energy that has come in. Yeah, let me share the good news. They weren't, they don't know even that I'm writing PMP.
Oh,
I didn't reveal anything because I feel always big thing happens when you are silent.
right.
Just
True,
your work
true.
should speak, not you. I should not say entire world that I'm going for PMP. No. Other side
Right.
is if we fail, we will not be in the bad books.
Okay, so now this certificate would have been circulated in office telling that you cleared PMP.
Yes, yes.
God, now many
This.
would have got motivated. Let
I
me.
had a session in the morning with the team, the associate project managers who wants to write the PMP, and they were saying, "What should you do? First, go and enroll in the ShriLearning Center. He will help you out." So if they were asking batches, everything is available. I gave Rahul number also. This is the point of
Nice.
contact. Please
Thanks for
enroll.
that.
And he was like, why they attempted somewhere 3 years back, so they were saying it's still waterfall, no more waterfall, it's now agile. PMI has turned to
Yeah.
agile. I was like,
Many are
okay,
not aware what is
yeah,
PMP. Even the
yes,
old PMP is really, really good.
yeah.
Nothing wrong in it. They have Agile all the time. But now Agile is insisted in the exam also. I have spoken to some of the people. They ask, still PMP is valid? Have you read
What?
PMP at least once in your life? Read it, then you will know the value of it.
That's true.
Very good. Super. Nice to know, Ramya. I can see the energy level. I'm wishing more that this should give you more growth in your life as your leadership path, because
Yep.
you have that 4-letter word and the passion towards that leadership. I always see the PMP as a stepping stone. It is
Yes.
not a destination.
Yeah.
Okay. Some of them think that once you complete PMP, it's all over. No, it's a starting door open for leadership.
Yes.
Leadership is a long-term journey. Now you got an idea, what is it? Now you're going to implement it.
Yeah.
So this can make you a director, a CEO of a company, or whatever you want, right?
Fingers
That's
crossed.
fantastic. Yeah, do it. The energy is very important. Super.
Yeah.
Now, let's go some more points on do's and don'ts. If somebody is just starting with the PMP, what they can do. Other thing is, somebody is close to the exam, maybe 2-3 weeks, what they can. Anything you want to add?
So who was starting, as I said, you should stick to the plan.
Right.
That's more important, and you should always make yourself very much focused. Your mind keeps fluctuating here and there, and in this gadgets world, it's for sure. So just stick to the timelines, and when we say set a target, please make sure the target is available. You can see it whenever you feel like you're stepping out of the room. Just look at that and step out, so that you just go get it what you want, not the extra one. When the TV is on, you just go switch, sit and watch. No. So just stick to the study plan. That really helps. Not all have the same pattern. So what you try to understand how much you can take in a day. So first 2-3 pages of studying PMBOK or RITA will really help you understand what you can take and how much you can take in a day. So that's where you can plan it. So in my case, I was able to take one complete chapter because I read a lot of books. I am like a books freak, and I'm a quick learner, I can say, and I'm aggressive getting things done. So that really helped me out.
Reading is a passion. You keep reading a lot of novels and other stories.
No. I read most of my project management books or ACP books. I'm a lot into this kind of profession because I see.
How many years? Doing this?
When I was in BA 3 years, from 3 years, I was reading how, and I Google a lot whenever I have a conflict management in the team and when my team says something. So before answering to them, I make sure all my Googles are on. Okay, now it's not required because I know it, how to deal now PMP.
Google now.
So I know it, and I always I used to look for the words whenever I used to send my deck or the status reports to my senior PMs and the key stakeholders. Now I feel it's not required much because I'm understanding the language. I got the language of the PMP now. So it's not much required. It is required, but not as much as I used to do earlier. That's how I used to do. And one other tip that I can use is correlate everything with project management. For suppose if I'm cooking in the kitchen, I used to correlate everything. First, bringing up the ingredients. Okay, take the requirements from the stakeholders, gathering the requirements, and then what is the constraint? What is the issue? Okay, if I put the flame in high, the risk is high. So reduce. How do you mitigate? Mitigate is keeping the flame in low. So I used to, you have, when you learn it practically, you will remember much easier. Yeah.
Well said.
Yeah, that's how. So one day I actually didn't cook well. So what is the risk mitigation? Ordering food from my outside, which is insurance. Transfer the risk.
Good to know. Good to know.
Things from the terminology for the initial learning. Always first 1 week, you make sure yourself how much you can take in a day. It would be really hard for the 1 week, but as you read, you will find interesting. Your pace will really go up. For me, first 1 week, I used to take only half and 3/4 of the chapter. Then I used to take a break for like half an hour or 45 minutes. Then I used to like regenerate myself, drink some water, go here and spend time with my kids, get my energy back. And then I used to study rest. So plan it accordingly. Nobody cannot tell you how much you can take. It's you who has to decide how much you can take in a day.
Perfect. Perfectly.
That decision making is required for the initial learners. Okay, coming to the other point, 1 week before, make sure you have covered everything in the book that is there. Everything that has Shriram provided, everything. That 1 week is exclusively you are testing your knowledge. Not on small mocks, on full mock.
Full mocks.
Yes, 4 hours. Make sure 4 hours, and you have to write exam in a such a way that you are taking the real exam.
Right.
So every question, and always think, if you lose one question, that your score will go down. Every question is important. Maybe sometimes you feel lazy in reading the question because of the length. Break the questions. Wherever there is a full stop, break the questions. Point 1, what it is talking about. Point 2, which chapter it is related to. Point 3, what is the question it is. So 3 steps. I followed this. What it is talking, what it is related to, what action should be taken.
Action to be taken. Very good.
Because everything is a situation-based questions. That's how you break a question when you have a lengthy questions. And I see 60 to 70% questions in PMP are lengthy.
Right.
They are situation-based. And I can also say this time we are lucky we don't have mathematicals, remembering the formulas and everything. So it was easy. But of course, I'm not from the maths background. I'm happy not having maths on my table. If not, I have
to. Math saves time. When I took it was 18 or 20 questions. It will save a lot of time if you know the formula.
Yeah.
If you don't know, that screws up the whole exam. Okay.
And I have seen few questions wherein you have to actually analyze. It's not straightforward. What is the actual cost? What is the schedule variance? Like that in my prep exams. So I was thinking, good that Shriram told there are no maths exams. Let me skip this now. So I gave lowest priority to the formulas because they were very minimal. And on the quality management also, there were like 1-2 questions. That's it. No much questions from the quality management.
Okay. Which area you felt the drill much?
It's on the stakeholder people. There were like crazy questions.
Tell me this. Always people have this confusion. Our people, when they come to reading, in people, they are given around 14 tasks in content outline. Okay. But subject wise, if you go to the book, you have to read only stakeholder, resource management, communication
management. Yeah.
Is this 3 chapters sufficient for you to answer?
Yes, sufficient.
Thank God, because I keep telling this, but people still feel, Shriram, where I build a team is build a team. How to learn how to build a team.
Simple funda is you will get a situations whenever you left in a crisis with the people, that some of your subordinate has come and told, saying that during a day before the deployment, he comes and says there is an error somewhere and they have identified it. How do you do? What do you do first? So you will have multiple options. You will directly go and talk to stakeholder. No, you can't do that. First, you have to analyze. And then you will have one more option saying that you will just cancel the deployment and postpone it. You don't have that rights. So you should actually identify which is the first step. Put yourself in project management shoes. Think what you will do next. I got stuck with this issue. These are all real-time scenarios I can see. Literally, when we are stuck with the project, what you do. First of all, if I have an issue, what I do is I just go analyze. I will not think who did it first. No, that's the wrong. Most of them will choose the option of who did it. No, that's not the servant leadership. It is analyze the situation. Then, okay, after analyzing who did it, why he did it. Does he have any valid reason?
Perfect.
So it's a step-by-step procedure, which actually helps, to answer the questions right away.
Yeah, I think people domain is something interesting. You can read in this 3 chapter, but still we should start seeing in our day-to-day job.
Yes.
That is what exam is expecting. They're not seeing line by line. They're seeing that, are you really possessing this kind of knowledge? I've done it.
Right.
Perfect. Great. Super, Ramya. I think your video is going to be so much useful to many people because you spoke a lot of confidence that you have to prepare, you have to do this, you have to do that. Really good one. Thanks a lot. So anything more you want to share with the team members?
No, nothing. Don't get panicked with everything. It will be a smooth one out of my experience. Just follow the study plan and give time for yourself. Don't be so hard on you. Just understand in initial steps, just understand how you can take it, how much you can take it. Plan your day. It will go well. No problem. This is not rocket science. We can do this.
Exactly. That's what I keep telling people. It's not so hard. It's good. Only thing is a matter of our time allocation and focus. Rightly you said in between, I want to take a cup of water. I'll go out, but I won't take the water. I'll be watching the TV running there.
Yes.
I'll talk to somebody in the hall or living room. And before I come back, it'll be 40 minutes gone. So if you want to take a water, just take a water, come back. Don't go more than that, right?
Yeah.
Super. Once again, thanks a lot to Ramya for this timeline. And again, good wishes for her more and more success. So all the viewers who are watching here, let's give wish to her for a great success.
Thank you all. Thanks, Sriram, for all the support. You are the best mentor I have seen so far.
You did a good job. 3 years you put basement. The basement, now we are building the top of it. It's not coming just like that. I can sense it. Great. Thanks for being a good inspiration. Keep working hard and good wishes for your success. Thank you.
Thank you, Sriram. Thank you. Bye-bye.